Today I have 5 essential tips to make Darkness 100 much easier for you guys here in Death Must Die. So let's just get straight on into it. Tip number 1 is going to be about health. Now, as you can see here on Grunt, we've stacked up 721 life. So that's pretty crazy. It's pretty high. Now, we're using the Whale of the Desert Sea. So I think on the 2 heavy armor characters, you can easily get to 600 life or more using this thing. Now, this is a unique, so you will have to farm for it, but man, it can really make these 2 heavy characters really powerful, especially using tenacity here in their skill tree. Averon has something similar in his skill tree. And the reason we like super high life total, not just because we can take more hits, but because we can take advantage of life regen that uses a percentage of our max life. So Behemoth Heart, but also Lady Justice's Inner Peace. So what is the sweet spot for the light armor characters and Skadi? I'd say maybe about 400 is a good place to aim for. That will allow you for enough survivability to take some hits. It will also make the passive regen from Inner Peace pretty good, so I think that is a sweet spot. Now, obviously, you can go a bit lower than that. In some of our builds, we have actually gone in to Darkness 100 with about, I don't know, 230 or 250 or so health. You can still get it done, but if you guys are struggling to sort of climb up the Darkness levels or beat Darkness 100, I think 400 life on the light armor characters and on Skadi is a good place to sort of start. And on the heavy armor characters, I'd say if you have Whale of the Desert Seas aiming for 600 or more, it's going to be really good. Okay, so let's go on to tip number 2, and let's talk about rerolls, banishes, and alterates. Now, I think it's important to take in a bare minimum of 5 rerolls and 7 alterates, and probably a couple of banishes for Darkness 100. Now, man, you can go in with less, but then you're really going to be struggling to go and find the gods that you really need. Now, the more, the merrier for rolls and alterates in this game, right? 14, 8, and 12, man, that's pretty awesome, right? Now, as I said, the more the merrier, but you are going to have to make some trade-offs on your gear, right? I think some of the relics to look out for are these relics that roll with 6 rerolls, banishes, and alterates with an additional perk, or affix, I should say. Such as this one here that rolled with 13 life on level up, or heal on level up. This is a pretty interesting item here. Now, if you don't go in with enough rerolls, you just won't be able to roll for legendaries very easily. And if you don't go in with enough alterates, you just won't be able to get the god combination that you need. Banishes can be really helpful for getting the specific blessings from the gods that you currently have, right? So going in with some extra banishes too is really nice. And this fried rice here, it is a unique, but it is super strong. And as I said, you can get regular relic rolls with 6 of each of them. So keep your eye out for rolls like this. They can be really powerful. I think at a bare minimum 5 rerolls and 7 alterates, but even that, maybe you probably want a bit more anyway. Now for tip number 3, we're going to take tip number 1, tip number 2, and we're going to use them to abuse the fates. Now, what am I talking about? So the fates are guaranteed to be your 4th god whenever you play a run in Death Must Die, right? So what you can do is you can take your first 3 gods and try not to use too many of your alterates. So if you've taken your first 3 gods and you still have a bunch of alterates, all you need to do is spend 3 alterates and you're guaranteed to see the fates. Then what you do is you banish a couple of the blessings they have that you're not interested in. For Fortune, for example, is one I often will get rid of. And then you can just reroll them for something like Master Lifeline. So what are we doing with Master Lifeline at level 3 is an additional 75% HP. This can push the 400 total we were talking about earlier up to 700 on the light armor characters and Skadi very easily. And it can take Kront and Averon to well over 1,000, over 1,100 in fact. It's pretty crazy, and you can do this on almost every single run as long as you have enough Master and Legend offers, but we'll get to that in one of our later tips. Man, abusing the fates through this way can be super powerful. Now, depending on what character you're running, you can also do this to get guidance. So someone like Lorien and someone like Nixie, man, they love the extra crit chance that guidance can give them because it synergizes with their skill tree really well. But there are also some other perks the Fate have, the blessings, I should say, that the Fates have, such as Serendipity. There can be some luck builds that really, really like having Serendipity at a higher level. And of course, they have Gemini too. So someone like Lorien Lorien just loves the Fates. So if you're playing Lorien, you can use this method to guarantee what you want to roll from the Fates. Now, I do want to go into tip number 4 here, which is evasion and armor. So we talked about life, but there are these two stats here that are really important as well. So armor is this stat here, which provides damage reduction. So this is just flat damage reduction. The more armor we have, the more, the less damage we'll take per hit, right? So armor's obviously really powerful by itself, but don't sleep on evasion too. Now, I made an evasion 101 type of guide on the channel. That I'll link that down below if you guys are interested, but evasion can also be really powerful. You can just put a single a chess piece on with a high evasion roll and get pretty close to 50% evade chance. I showed that off in that evasion video. We had a chess piece. It's not on this character right now. It's do we have it on anyone? No, I don't think it's on anyone right now. But we have a chess piece in here somewhere that has 172 evasion roll on it, and that will give us something like 46% evade chance just in one single item. So good. So you stack up your life to roughly 400, then you put on a little bit of armor and a bit of evasion, and you can actually make yourself significantly more survivable, or you can improve your survivability in Darkness 100 by a significant margin. Now, these light armor characters, they do struggle to stack up armor. So Lady Justice is really, really strong to take for. I mean, she's strong to take for most characters, but she, with her protection blessing at master level, you can get an additional, 180 or 220 armor, additional armor, which is going to give you an insane boost to your damage reduction. So keep your eye out for protection from Lady Justice when you're playing. Now, I do want to go on to the last tip here, which is Master and Legend offers. Master and Legend offers at Darkness 100 are incredibly powerful. Now, let's talk about waste for a second. Waste is best in slot for the belt slot here. Not only does it give you 120 life, but also Master and Legend offers. Now, we don't really care too much about the negative life regen. We can repair that in other ways, but having a belt that has more life than all the regular belts roll, plus more than 5% Master and 30% Legend offers, is incredibly powerful. But I think on most characters, this should be enough for most builds. Now, obviously, we can stack it up higher, and that is going to guarantee us to roll the Master and Legendary blessings significantly easier. But this relic slot is in high demand. A lot of really, really good stuff can roll here. So sometimes you don't want to roll with the black lamp. Now, if we put the black lamp on top of this, it will give us roughly 23 or 24% master offers and 100% legend offers. So if you want to guarantee yourself a legendary every time a master offer rolls, that's what you can do. And don't forget, you need to put a ring on with a bit of legend offers as well if you're going to take that route. And a helmet that has pretty close to max roll, like I think 9.8 is the max roll on a helmet, but you want something with at least 9% on your helmet slot here. As I said, the ring will have an additional 21% legend offers, so these three items together will net us 16.5 and 66.3. I think on a lot of builds, this is enough. On some builds, you might want more. Just, you can get greedy and and take even more. But I think it's also worth pointing out that some of the characters have master offers on items that are not on those basic 3 slots, right? The gauntlet here for the heavy armor characters is an additional 4.6 master offers just in the hand slot here. Now, there are a bunch of weapons that also can roll with master offers. I don't know if I have any on the characters here at the moment. I don't think we do. That's fine, but as if you watch any of my previous videos, you know that Lorien can rock the golden bow, which is an additional 20% master offers in a single item, which is just pretty crazy. But the reason it's not just the legendaries, master blessings are they're just stronger. The stats are just better. You're dealing significantly more damage, more area, more better cooldown, better luck, all of that sort of stuff. Even better like Pierce, for example, with shurikens and stuff like that as well. So Taking a good amount of Master and Legend offers is going to make your run significantly easier. Especially in the current patch where Lady Justice and someone like Grom with God of War on an attacking build with Fatality is just so powerful. Guys, I also have a bonus tip for you right at the end. Do not forget to equip Curse of Weakness. This is one of the most important affixes for Darkness 100, as enemies deal less damage by 60% is huge. And this will make a big difference to your run. So guys, do not forget Curse of Weakness. It rolls in the chest piece slot and the relic slot. So guys, they're going to be the top 5 tips I have for you here. Don't neglect your HP. I think 400 minimum is a good place to be for Darkness 100. You can go less, but I think 400 is a good baseline to start with. You want to take enough rerolls, alterates, and banishes in, which means something like the Fried Rice can be really powerful, but also don't neglect the other relics that can roll your banishes and all that stuff. And number 3, we can take those first 2 tips and totally abuse the fact that the Fates are guaranteed to be the 4th god, and we can take Lifeline at master level up to level 3 and get 75% additional life, plus all of the other blessings that synergize with a lot of the other characters. Don't neglect the evasion and the armor, as these 2 stats can really help you out in Darkness 100 as well. And last but not least, make sure you go in with a decent level of Master and Legend offers. This is really going to boost your power and your output for Darkness 100. So guys, that's the 5 tips. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider hitting like and subscribe. We'll be back with more Darkness 100 content pretty soon. Keep locked on the channel. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic, amazing day.